Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Inside the Dressing Room. I'm your host Dhaka. It's been another memorable day for Bangladesh football. Football mania reached fever pitch as Hamza Choudhury, the latest superstar of Bangladesh football, was in Dhaka and doing his pre-match activities. He joined a press conference with the national team captain and head coach. To talk about all that, I have Atif Azam with me. Atif, welcome to the show. Hamza had a very busy day in Dhaka along with the Bangladesh national team. They had the official photo shoot, the press conference, and at the evening, the first practice session. A lot is being expected out of Hamza. And what do you think? Can he pull off the expectations?
I just want to mention one thing, Rubaiyat. I just want to remind that yesterday at night, Mashwin Muzure gave a Facebook status.
Right.
And it touched my heart. That I know that I don't have the sky-high expectation that you will change Bangladesh football with your magic overnight. So let's not make unnecessary expectation from him. I think the position in which he plays, the defensive midfield position, I think he'll be playing in that position. From that position, you cannot be a star. I mean, if we talk about footballing point of view, in Bangladesh perspective, what we expect is that someone who's scoring goals is the star. Hamza is not someone who will be scoring goals. He will probably be assisting some goals or things like that. But what I really enjoying is that eventually football is getting the recognition.
Of course.
And Bangladesh Football Federation has brilliantly sold Hamza by branding him.
Right. They packaged the whole thing very well.
Very well. I mean, they've got a new sponsor in UCB for 5 years. They've got all those things, but
the new kits
and everything, new kit sponsors. So I think that from branding point of view, it's a huge boost for Bangladesh. As far as his game is concerned in the field, we can only talk about it after 25th.
Right. Another thing, Atif, I observed that Hamza was welcomed very warmly by his peers, the football players, the team, the whole management. So what I'm hoping as a football fan and a football writer, that he eases into the team equation and it doesn't take too long for him to adapt to the team. It helps the team.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that because the incident that happened with Bangladesh team recently does not make me believe that everything will be as easy as it is said to be. I mean, I just want to mention that Fahamedul was not picked for the India series, and there's the India match.
Right.
And Fahamedul was not picked, and there have been several reports that suggest that the coach and the player had an altercation, and there was some disciplinary issues with Fahamedul.
Right.
And if that is the case, I don't know about Hamza, so I can't say about anything. But if that is the case,
then all things are not smooth.
All things are not smooth. I mean, Hamza has to adapt with Bangladesh. It's not Bangladesh who will adapt with Hamza.
Right.
That thing went against Fahamedul. I think that he wanted Bangladesh team to adapt with him rather than adapting with Bangladesh culture. I've also heard that he got problem with some seniors or things like that, and it can happen. I mean, the coach, I've read somewhere that it all happened in the pitch when the goalkeeper wanted a back pass and he just reacted.
Right.
And he even said that whether you are the coach or someone who's staying outside is the coach, or all those things. I mean, he's a young kid, he got
carried away maybe. Or at the heat of the moment.
Right. But I'm sure that this thing won't happen with Hamza because Hamza has seen the world. Hamza has not seen the world. But still, Hamza need to adapt with Bangladesh culture, Bangladesh footballing culture. I mean, Rubaiyat, the team that he will be playing and the team that he has played are not the same.
Right.
And if I want to mention that, you have seen Drogba playing in Ivory Coast, his
national team. Right.
He looked out of sort.
Yes.
But when he was playing in the league, he was just another. So I'm just giving you an example. So expecting a lot of things from Hamza, I think it won't be good. I think if he can just pull the whole team, then it will be a big, massive boost for Bangladesh.
Right. Atif, here comes another part of the debate that if a coach, and I'm all for it, that a coach has to have that freedom to select one player or discard one player before an important match like the Bangladesh is going to play against India on the 25th. Whatever happened in the field or on the training grounds, it should remain with the team. And the things you mentioned, that he had altercation with a senior player and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we have to understand, and as a football crazy nation like Bangladesh, all the fans need to understand that at the end of the day, the coach has to have the final say.
Ruben, I just slightly disagree with you, because if his temper is all that is counted for, if his temper is the main issue, I don't think that George Best would have been ever be playing.
No, but
I'm just mentioning.
Of course, but
because if you're a very good player, then a coach will have to manage him, manage his temper, manage everything. If you're a very good player, if you're not a very good player, then why have you brought him? So there are a lot of things that has been said about Kevera behind his back, whether why he want, and he should have played today. He just mentioned that he lacks pace.
And he's young and he had lots of opportunity left, right?
Or lots of opportunity left. Even Jamal Bhaiya was saying, I was seeing Jamal Bhaiya was saying that I agree with the coach and all these things. Then the coach has seen him in videos. The coach have.
He brought him all the way to Saudi Arabia.
Why did he brought him from Saudi Arabia, from Syria,
right?
Italy? There must be something wrong somewhere with Fahamedul, and it's as simple as that. Coach was very keen to have him, and all of a sudden he just did not pick him. But what made him so keen to bring him, and what made him now that he is not wanting him?
Of course, Atif, my part is all these questions, raising, debating, and protesting to a certain extent is legit. I have no issues with it. But to be a top official from the government to intervene and to sit with the Bafufe president to talk about this issue might be a bit too far-fetched. That's what I felt. Because if that's the precedence we are setting up, then which sports is safe? Tomorrow, in the case of cricket, can happen. This can happen also.
No, if you're talking about government interference, then I think that it's...
I'm not saying interference, but the government had to sit with the both parties and come into a conclusion.
There were probably 30-40 guys who came for the protest.
Right.
Yesterday I was there in that part of the city where this protest and all these things happening. It was not massive. But probably they have got a good viewership in the social media.
Right.
That probably made our sports advisor or
aware of the whole situation.
Aware of the whole situation, or it might happen the sports advisor was aware, but people around him made him aware that this is a very big situation. Then the problem is not with sports advisor, but rather the people who is surrounded, whom he is surrounded with.
That's the issue I'm talking about. Like top official from government, if he had to.
Because I'm not sure how someone is saying that there's a syndicate. What syndicate?
Exactly.
What is the syndicate he's mentioning, and what are the syndicates that the people are mentioning?
Exactly.
And yes, it cannot be an ideal example that if someone is dropped, then there will be some chaos around the BFF.
No, Atif, my point is not chaos. Chaos and protest happens all the time, all over the world. For a favorite player, we all get hurt. But the points you've mentioned, that a mention of a syndication, the mention of something black happening behind the curtains, that should have to come clear or be transparent. And what I'm mentioning is this issue shouldn't have been
just far-fetched.
Exactly. And a top government official, a minister, should not have been involved. The way everything was handled, do you think it was very much desired?
It was a blessing in disguise for Hamza. At least he'll be knowing that where he came.
Right. He would get a very clear picture.
He would get a very clear picture.
Right.
So it's better for him to understand what happened here.
Right. Now, coming back to on the pitch, the football pitch, Bangladesh team is leaving tomorrow morning. Your expectations from the squad?
I think Bangladesh will win.
Against India?
Yeah.
That's a very big task.
Yeah, I know that's a very big task, but when the whole team looks so inspired, I was just seeing them sitting. I have seen a lot of videos where Bangladesh football team was sitting for a photo shoot. But today's photo shoot was something different.
It was very exciting and
It was very energetic.
energetic, right? The energy was different.
The energy level was different. And this kind of energy level helps a team to get something that is not very much, you are not expecting something like that. But that energy level pushed them.
Right. We also hope that Atif, Bangladesh comes back with a very positive result. Thank you. That's all the time we had for you today. Folks, that was another episode of Inside the Dressing Room. Let us know in the comments how you are liking our show. And for all the latest updates, keep an eye on dailysun.com/sports. Till then, you take care.